D, stop talking. You got it right first time. It was Godfather. It's where Michael Corleone's in the cafe and he goes into the toilet to retrieve the gun from the toilet to blast the guy in the cafe. How is everybody? Look, I'm wearing my captain shirt today. I didn't have it on about 10 minutes ago, but when Ian said it and thinking about what we're actually talking about tonight, I thought, oh, let's get it on one more time. Get a lot of use out of it. You've never seen The Godfather? Oh my God. Brilliant films. Hello, Christian from Grantham.
Let's give it up big time. Hello, Christian from Grantham. Now let's get cracking.
I can actually hear tonight, that's why I've got headphones on. We're going to have a guest later on. Old Kevin from the Nexus will be coming on in about 10 or 15 minutes. We're going to be talking about Star Trek, which is why I am wearing my Star Trek uniform. So, and hello, Brian Reagan from Burbank, California. Everyone's doing well. I'm absolutely knackered. If anyone didn't know, I was meant to do a Patreon stream last night. I didn't, and I don't think I only told the patrons. I had a migraine after the stream on Tuesday night, but God knows when, because I went to bed and I was fine. And then I must have had a migraine in my sleep because I woke up with a splitting headache. The problem with that is that if I get a migraine, I've got tablets to take. But when I'm asleep, I can't do that because I don't know I'm having them. So I woke up with a almighty headache and it racked me Tuesday. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't even look at a computer screen. And today I knew I wanted to get all the because the Enterprise came yesterday, but I was so ill I couldn't even open it. So this morning I opened it and I wanted to do pack 1 and I wanted to do pack 2. So pack 1 is on the channel. Pack 2 will be on the channel tomorrow, but if you are a Patreon user, it's already on the channel and I've sent the link on Patreon so you can watch pack 2. It goes on for about 30 minutes, pack 2, and it's a long old thing, but I will show you the parts of pack 2 of the Enterprise tonight on this close-up camera here. But how the devil is everyone? Before I look at all the comments, oh yeah, by the way, I'm on coffee tonight. I can't be dealing with the, oh thank you Mega Nico. I'm on the coffee. I can't be dealing with rum tonight. I've got such a delicate head. I'm one step away from putting sunglasses on as well. But I wanted to say that we've been putting people on the map of where they come from. And today, today's person comes from, let's get my map out. Here we go. I am, once again, I'm in Corby. I'm here. If I zoom out, the next person is from here. Look, it's not far away. It's Grantham. And if you heard the jingle, make no mistake, we all know who this is today. It's Christian from Grantham. He's wearing a World of Wayne face mask. So, hello, Christian. I'll make you famous. See, you're on camera. I do like your reflector telescope there. I used to have a reflector. Originally, I had a refractor. Oh, no, you got a refractor at the top. Oh, no, that's a minigun. I thought it was a telescope on the top. But yeah, I used to have a telescope. I'm big into astronomy, I have to say. I studied it in school. So, and hello, Modelbau Schwaben. Everyone is welcome here, Modelbau Schwaben. Schwaben? I hope I'm saying that right. Everybody's welcome here. Everybody. So, don't ever think that no one's welcome. We're all welcome. So, Smoky Slang just subscribed. Hello, Smoky Slang. How's it going? Where did you get your uniform from? This is a funny story. I don't know if you heard this. That I needed a Star Trek uniform, and funny enough, living in Corby, which you saw on the map, there is actually a Star Trek uniform stockist in Leicester, which is only about 40 minutes away. But most of their stock that was in this country is old, and then all their other stock's in Chinese warehouse. So I thought I don't want to wait for ages because I knew this was coming out soon. So I went onto a website called HalloweenCostumes.co.uk. And it was in UK pounds, okay? And I ordered this. Little did I know that this company is actually based in Minnesota, in America. And they promised me, I ordered it on the Monday, they promised me they'll get it here on the Friday. And after what we went through with trying to get the ET through customs and everything from Phil over in Los Angeles, I thought that's never going to happen. But guess what? 4 days from Minnesota, it arrived, and it's an official Star Trek The Next Generation top. It's got the zip all the way down the back. It comes with all the pips. It gives you 5 pips. I don't want to be an admiral. I thought I'd be a captain. I was, you know, why not? And it comes with a badge as well, which is just a badge on. That you can get badges that you touch and it makes the noise, but it's a good quality material as well. So, but I've been enjoying doing the, you know, the Q flashes. You'll see another one tomorrow. That's just me mucking around with Adobe Premiere. Oh, it's good to be back. I am a little bit fuzzy-headed tonight. I'll let you know that now. And I've been in front of a computer pretty much all day today because I didn't realise how long Pack 2, which was stage 3, 4, 5 and 6 was going to take. That's why I'm on the coffee as well. But I'm getting in there. I'm getting there. And I apologise to all the patrons yesterday that I couldn't live. I was in no condition to live stream yesterday. Dash Riptide, Howard, Wayne, you think they sent a big enough screw box? The screw box is ginormous. Absolutely. Oh, by the way, the lights have gone out. If anyone noticed, they broke yesterday during the stream. During the no, it's this morning. They broke this morning during the filming of the Star Trek, and they haven't come on since. It's definitely the lights because a few of them lit up, the rest of them didn't. So either the transformer's not powering them enough. I don't know. So I'm going to rip them all out tomorrow, which means I get to muck around with all the shelves. And I've got some RGBs coming in there, so I can add a bit of colour to the back here and stuff. This is ginormous. Look at it. Absolutely ginormous. And I've only got, well, about 4 screws in there at the moment. I don't think I'm ever going to use it, to be honest with you. But it's handy to store things in at the moment. But we're all good. Wait, have you tried frozen bag of peas? I have, does help. For migraines, it doesn't matter. Once I've got the headache, I'm done for. I can't, there's nothing that's going to solve it. If I get it in time, I've got a tablet which basically takes away all the pain. But if I don't, I'm just going to put up with it. I think the best solution I've ever found is either take a real hot shower and a real cold shower, or trying to give myself an ice cream headache, which is crazy. I know it sounds like you know, giving yourself a headache to cure a headache, but that's what it is. If you give yourself an ice cream headache, it will go away because the vein that causes a migraine headache is the same vein that's stimulated when you give an ice cream headache. And from what I understand, I think it's the vein is swollen, and I think the tablets constrict it. But getting an ice cream headache does the same thing. But I don't really get them. And the last one I had, I think the trigger was cocodamol, but I don't know what the trigger is. And if I can't find the trigger, you don't want to hear about my health. What happened to the HMS Victory? Tech Deck Collector, I'm still doing it, and I've been cutting gun ports, but Model Space have told me they can't send any more to me because they can't get hold of any. But someone down in Portsmouth has got all of them for me that's going to let me have them. So the next time we're out of lockdown, I can go down, I'm going to pick them up, and I'll be able to continue. I've got up to Pack 6, but I've got 2 Pack 6s and no Pack 4s, and I'm almost on Pack 4. So, but we'll be able to continue with that, no problems at all. You love my enthusiasm on the Enterprise build videos. I know it looks like I'm being very professional tonight, Anthony, but I'm not. I'm wearing a Star Trek uniform, but I've got lounging pants on. So you don't see Captain Picard in the captain's chair wearing that, do you? With the ARC, not at the moment. What I'm doing, Carl, is that those measurements you gave me for 1/6 scale are actually bigger than what I printed for Mrs. World of Wayne. So I didn't realise that. So I've been trying to print them on an FL Sun printer, but it's actually a smaller model. So I did question Mrs. World of Wayne, should we just give you her one? But what I've done is I've taken the borders or the margins off of the Ender 3, and at the advice of Ian, I'm going to try and do a raft bed so it adheres to the plate. That's the problem I've been having, getting it to adhere, and we'll see how that goes. But I got 80% to it once, and you can imagine how much filament that wasted. Yeah, I heard you had snow in Texas, Gerald. That's crazy. Hello, Christian. How's it going? Am I that behind on chat already? You've ordered the Let's Get Kraken t-shirt. That's cool. Look, I've got bottles of empty Kraken here, and I haven't. I can't believe I've drank that much. I've got a picture to show you tonight, but I don't think I can bring it up. You know what, Jim? I'm gonna do the picture Tuesday. I will do the picture Tuesday because I've got nothing ready up here at all. So Jim will know who I'm talking about and the picture. So. Where can you get my official merch? Well, 2 places. If you watch a YouTube video, it should display underneath the YouTube video. Alternatively, I do have my own store, which is right here. Just go to bit.ly/Wayne store. That will take you to the store. And I'm always adding things. So if you've got any ideas for good t-shirts that you want me to try and design, I can do that. Oh my God, Jim, you have changed your name. Okay, sorry, Jim. James, Jim. I'm calling you Jim because your real name's Kirk. But from now on, we're going to call you Big Bad Donkey Walloper. Okay, Big Bad Donkey Walloper. You know what? We're going to stand by. This is what we do when we're on the... I need my phone. When we're on the... hang on. So if I go like that... It's not working. It's not working! No, I can't do it. I can't do it, Big Bad. Yeah, can't do it. I'll have to figure it out later. Normally I can link it and then pull pictures from my phone, but it doesn't want to go. It doesn't want to know. Chances are I'll probably just wreck the stream. I don't know. Hero Collector's been doing the DeLorean for a long time, Andy Nash. I'm confused. Guten Abend, wie geht es dir, Jörg Johansson? How many people have got their Enterprise D, just out of curiosity now? I've seen today, it seems like loads of people are getting it. So, not sure whether to thank me or slap me. Mrs. World Wayne, she's had to have a barrage of me tonight, still saying that we need to put the Enterprise above the TV. But that's something we're going to talk about tonight, because I'm just going to put this on the floor for a minute. What we've got at the moment, and just looking at what we've got, I don't know if anyone knows the actual weight this thing's going to be, but with the die cast and the metal frame and how heavy it is just after two packs, it's going to be way heavier than the Falcon, that's for sure. Definitely. Hello, Consult moi 433. When do you think the Eagle Moss 1960 battle? This is the big thing, you know. I woke up this morning to God about 15 emails from all you Americans telling me the Batmobile 66 is now gone live through Eagle Moss. We haven't heard anything in the UK about that. We did have a trial at one time, but nothing. But I don't know. But is that Batman 66 a full run, or is it a test in America? Because I'm kind of worried about the advertisement that they had for the Titanic seems to have died down, and I haven't actually seen any adverts for this 1966 Batmobile anywhere on my feed, but it makes sense if it is just in America. But I'm certainly probably going to wake up with more messages from people linking me the site soon. These shandy bollocks. How's the hangover? My hangover's fine. Very cool jacket. It's very hot, Heldar. It's very hot at all. I'll let you get settled down, Kevin. I can see you in the lobby there. So, hello. Hopefully we won't have the echo problem tonight that we had with Phil. But I've got a backup if it happens. So we'll have to see. Any news on the Eleanor? Nothing at all. As a matter of fact, it's scarily nothing at all. Has anyone in the UK heard anything about the Eleanor? Because I haven't heard a thing. Oh, is Russell in here? Russell, I just picked up your message. I did message my good old buddy Russell just to let him know that Voy scooters, we got scooters which are scattered all around. I don't know, other towns might have them in UK. They're scattered all around Corby on street corners, and basically you can rent a scooter and then just drop it off wherever you want. And they go like 10 miles an hour as long as you're in the zone. But it's quite weird seeing all these like scooters all lit up in the street, but no one attached to them. It's really weird. Russell, if you're wondering why I'm wearing my Star Trek uniform tonight, it's because we've been building the Enterprise, which is behind me there. Eleanor shipped on the 13th of February, but you still haven't received yours at all, Bergdis. That's Iceland. So, I don't know. I heard it was marriage and only drinking is for the fix of it. I'm not drinking until this headache's gone. You had no idea about the ice cream. Suck an ice cube. But Svi, it's so hard to give yourself an ice cream headache when you want an ice cream headache. Trust me. The victory looks terrifying. Wouldn't know how to sand and shake the ribs. Brad, I'm doing it from scratch, so I'm learning as we go along. But I think what we're going to do is I'm going to pick up on chat again afterwards. But I'm going to bring Kevin into the chat. Now, Kevin is from the Nexus, okay? If I've missed your comment, then by all means, comment afterwards, okay? But this is Kevin from the Nexus. Let's hope this works tonight. Hello?
Hello.
I can hear you. Is there echo in anyone? Because I can hear you
Brilliant.
fine. I can hear you absolutely fine.
Yeah, I can hear you as well.
Right, that's good. Now, what I've got to do is I've got a couple of links for the Nexus. You've got loads. You've got a Twitter, and there's your Twitter link there, over on Twitter. And anything that's going on in the Enterprise build, you seem to be the first person that gets all the information.
On.
It seems like you have a hotline to Eagle Moss.
I don't know, maybe.
Okay, we've got the Nexus UK, which is your Facebook feed. And then what I've done is on, hang on a second, on, stand by. I've created a link for your YouTube site. Now, your YouTube site, you've got over 1,000 followers now.
Yes,
so you can,
good. Thank you.
You can actually name your channel now. You have an echo, right? 1 second. I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna go. Stand by.
There's an echo.
Stand by. Yeah. 1 second. Stand by. I'm gonna be changing that to. And I think it's that one. Hello. Can you hear me again?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Is that better, people? I've played around with some of the settings, so we'll see what happens.
Cool.
I think you've got headphones, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's wearing them. You see, that was Mark. Yeah, he's wearing headphones. I can hear him perfectly, so that might have changed. There you go, it's better. Everyone's saying it's fine now. That's my end,
cool.
You see. So now I know that when I'm doing these chats, this is what's going to happen. Now, so you can actually go into YouTube, into your content creator, and give yourself a branded channel. So you could call yourself the Nexus UK. So your YouTube name would then be YouTube/the Nexus UK. So
okay, cool.
It's all cool.
Yeah.
So have you received your Enterprise then?
I have, yes. Yeah, I received it this morning. I was very excited.
And what you got? Have you got both packs 1 and 2?
I've just got the first pack.
Okay. What I'm going to do is, I'm playing around with things now. We're going to, you've gone over there. I'm going to be opening, how do I do this? Let me think. I'm going to be putting up another camera. This camera here. So you're on the screen at the moment, but I'm not. I think people can still hear me. I'm just going to make sure that my little thing's bouncing up and down. It is. I'm just going to show some of the parts off. Can you see these, Kevin?
Yes, I can, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so this is part of pack 2. This is what you finish doing the surrounds here. There is a gap.
It looks like we're going to start on the saucer section, and I think that's what we're going to be building first.
Right, okay, but the gap here is nothing to worry about. You can see it's offset here because it gets pulled together to the frame with these bits here. I've already played around with that.
Yeah.
Someone did comment in my video as well that one of these wires was pinched under there, but as you can see, it's all fixed. So that's all good. Okay, so we've got that one. Then we've got obviously the nacelle that we finished finished building in pack 1, looking like that. We don't use this part at the moment, and also this is something we build in pack 2, which is the deflector, front deflector. But again, they don't want us to put this part on yet. I'm guessing this goes over the top like that. But
it's the Boussard collector.
Yeah. They don't. They do get you to test the lights, but that's about it for that. So that's part of pack 2. Then we've got the frame. Now this frame is definitely heavy and metal. Heavy metal
section.
Yeah, and they want us to put the a couple of frames on for that. And then this is the bit that's crazy. Sorry, we've got the battery pack here, which takes 3 AA batteries, but you'll find that out tomorrow. But these bits were a living nightmare. This is one of the panels. Now you have to put in each individual escape pod and each individual window. So you're either putting in a black window or a clear window. Now you can do it as you want, but they do tell you what order they go in, as in to make it screen accurate sort of thing. The thing I don't know if you know, Kevin, that is if each panel is going to have one of these, does that mean there's going to be, God knows, hundreds of wires on the top of the ship?
I really don't know.
Because look, that's one panel.
Yeah.
This is 2 panels together, and look how many wires are coming off of that one. And that's
I
just
think
like...
I think what there might be is there might be individual junction boxes going round, if you know what I mean.
Right, okay, because it is worrying that, like, where these wires come out here, I mean, you're going to have to bend them, I'm guessing. You can't really put a detail next to it. I know this probably doesn't go in here, but it's just something's going to go in there. But
it will be that.
yeah, it was certainly an interesting build today. I'm going to go back to the normal.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of wires inside.
Well, I couldn't believe how many of the electrics. We do get to test all the electrics, but I don't know if it's just the whole thing's going to run off 3 AA but AAA batteries as well. It's it's a lot.
Yeah. Considering there's going to be four separate power units in this.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at chat because that's answered some of my questions. But I mean, I'm glad it's come today. But today's one took about an hour and a half to film, and I managed to edit it down to 30 minutes. But even then, putting those individual windows in, I had to speed up the 10 minutes of that to 30 seconds twice because they take forever. They come on sprues, so you're going to need your sprue cutters to cut them all off and then put them in wherever you want. But the danger of putting them in wherever you want is that obviously they only give you a limited supply, so you know they'll be all over the place. But what's your initial impressions of the build?
Excellent. Yeah, it's my favourite build. This is a dream build for me. And I can't believe it's taken this long.
Yeah.
To get it.
Well, I do like the textures. Yeah, I mean, Lou Dalmasso, when he was painting, have you seen Lou Dalmasso's channel?
Yeah.
You've got the same effect on there, if anyone can see. Look at the...
Yeah, it's the Aztec. You do get it on their models as well. This is the smaller Igomos one. But yeah, you do get the Aztec design. So that's really nice. You should get that anyway, because that's part of what's on the ship anyway, so...
No, I was really impressed by that. So it's going to need very little painting. I don't know if people are going to want to weather it. I got the packs yesterday, Arsena, but I only opened them today. So there you go.
Yeah. For me, it's just a dream build.
And what's your favourite franchise for Star Trek then? Is this one of your favourites?
Next Generation. It's what I was brought up on. So yeah, Next Generation.
Okay, what's your favourite episode?
Ooh.
I'm geeking out now.
The Pegasus episode. That's one of my favourites. The one where Wolf goes between the multi-dimensions, the multiverse. That was a good one. These are all later half season 7 episodes.
Yeah, they were.
I like those 2 episodes.
Well, I was actually introduced by my friend here, Russell, into the Star Trek universe. So I was a late bloomer, but when I worked in Blockbusters, I worked with my pal here, Russell, and he started getting me into, I think it was Q Who, the first one he showed me. So he's talking about when they first meet the Borg, and we were hooked. Yeah. So rather than work, we used to cover other stores around Christmas time and all that. We would just get some Star Treks off the shelf, and we'd just binge watch them. And then that's how I got into the Next Generation. I had watched the original series, but I wasn't really that into it. It was okay.
No, I'm not. I'm big on Star Trek, but when it comes to the original series, yeah.
No, I know what you mean. So what we did is we completely blitzed that, and then Russell here got me into Deep Space Nine. So that's what I'm watching again at the moment, because I think I've exhausted the Next Generation. By the way, my favourite episode of Next Generation is Cause and Effect, with the ship blowing up all the time. I think that's brilliant.
Yeah.
Absolutely love that.
Yeah, that's got Kelsey Grammer in that episode.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But that's my favourite. I like Time's Arrow, and I do like obviously the Borg. Anything with a Borg, and Q. Anything with Q, to be honest with you. So, but the Q Who at the start, I think that one's better than the Best of Both Worlds. But it's all cool. So anyway, I love Deep Space Nine, and I got into Voyager, but I haven't watched all the Voyagers. I got into it and it was okay, but then I hated Enterprise with a passion.
Oh no, I liked Enterprise. It wasn't my best series, but I do like it.
The problem with Enterprise is they had spent so much branding and so much money in moving the story forward. Why on earth they thought it was a good idea to go back and reinvent history and cross over timelines that it just didn't make any sense. And then
there's a gap between in Star Trek. So there's a gap between the eugenics wars where Khan comes from and stuff, and obviously TOS, the original series. And there's also a gap between, which is called the Lost Years, which is between Undiscovered Country and the Next Generation. And I think they wanted to go right back to how Starfleet was built, how it came to be Starfleet, because obviously Enterprise is before the Federation.
Yeah, that's right.
It's sort of the birth of it. So I think they wanted to take fans back to show them how it all began before Kirk.
But that's why with and then Discovery, the less said about that, the better. I just cannot get into it at all.
Discovery, I like Discovery, but it follows the same trend as every Star Trek series. So you get the first series, which is awful, the second series, which is okay, and then the third series is when it starts picking up. And Discovery has followed that linear for me. The first series wasn't very good. The second series was a little bit better. The third series is much better. But yeah.
Yeah, I just can't get into it. I tried, I really did, but I may need a rewatch. It's just the continuity I just can't get with it, and they made themselves so many problems. And I've had this conversation with Russell so many times that why don't they keep moving the story forward? But they don't.
Yeah, I think that was the problem with Discovery, is that I think it was just lip service to the fans. It's before Kirk, just before Kirk, we're going back, this is Star Trek. But I think what happened is they found out very quickly that they had to sort of keep in canon, if you know what I mean, stuff that had already been said before. Yeah. And I think that's why in season 3 they moved so far ahead that they can make up their own stories.
But that's why, wasn't years ago they pitched an idea of having something that was based at Starfleet Academy?
Yes, yeah. So Enterprise got cancelled, and then a load of different ideas come out. One of them actually being a animated series that was based at the Academy. And there was another Academy series as well that they pitched. But in the end, they went for the new films with obviously Chris Pine and stuff like that. But originally, they were going to do an animated series. There's loads of information online about it.
Yeah, I think I can't get on with Lower Decks, to be honest with you either. So.
I think it's one of those things. If you like Rick and Morty and Family Guy and American Dad, I think you'll like it because it's got the sci-fi, the Star Trek element. But it's effectively like Rick and Morty, but Star Trek. And if you don't get that, I don't think you get it.
I don't mind Rick and Morty. Ian Campbell here. Dash Riptide Howard. He was talking about Picard. What did you think of the Picard series?
Once again, I liked it, but once again, I thought it was lip service to the fans. But I thought it was okay. It wasn't the best, but it was okay. It was watchable.
The reason I'm asking about what sort of franchises you like in the Star Trek universe is basically this model coming out is either appealing to people that are already fans, but being Eagle Moss and the company, they're trying to appeal to a wider audience to get people on board with Star Trek. And it's where do they jump on board? Do they now jump on board with Discovery, or do they jump on board with Picard, or do they go back and watch some of the things? Because I think Paramount are now doing a streaming service which have now taken off Netflix the Next Generation. But I did hear that they can never do that with Deep Space Nine and Voyager because it's just too expensive to do, and it's still in like 4:3 ratio and stuff.
I think if you're wanting to get into Star Trek, you have, especially for the build, you have to do Next Generation. You can't start anywhere else. You have to start at Next Gen. Yeah,
no, definitely. Russell says that they should do a Star Trek Academy 90210. You don't get it. You don't get it. Russell, the whole idea is that you create characters that are based at Starfleet Academy, and then it's their first time going off into something. Doesn't have to be Enterprise, it could be a completely new ship, but it's in the future, it's past, it references Deep Space Nine, it references Next Generation, it references Voyager, but you can't do that with all the other ones because it's in the past. So it's like...
That's what they've done with Discovery. Have you seen Discovery season 3?
No. I gave up about 5 episodes into season 1.
Yeah, so Discovery season 3 is in the 32nd century. and they reference Voyager and DS9 and everything else in it.
So, all the people out there who are watching this chat, how many of you are actually Star Trek fans? Because I think there was a clue in the title that there's a big Enterprise behind us at the moment, and we have got 260 people in here at the moment.
I've got the card as well here.
It's all overshadowed by your WWE belts, Kevin.
Yeah, Star Trek and wrestling, that's where I'm massive at. So, yeah.
Andrew Davison.
Card. Right.
Oh, wow.
Can you make that? Like a card figure?
That's pretty cool. Andrew Davison noticed that the Enterprise in the new films is a lot bigger than Kirk's the original series Enterprise.
The ratio for the new films, for some reason they blew up the ratio, so they made the ships oversized, if you will, and they've done the same thing in Discovery. It's caused a lot of friction in the fandom. Let me say.
Oh God!
So, yeah.
And Russell was explaining that now. No, what I'm saying is going to be another college teen show. Yeah, but there's going to be like blood and killing and like vengeance and gun in it and stuff. Where's that figure? I thought it was a good film. There's a load of people here love Star Trek. I didn't really realise. I don't know how long Star Trek's going to be appearing on Netflix, people, because as I said, Paramount streaming service is eventually going to come to this country, and they'll
in the autumn it's coming. Yeah, the streaming service Paramount Plus.
So that means they'll probably pull everything off Netflix for that. So
I would imagine so eventually, because of obviously contracts. They're having the same problem with the Marvel stuff for Disney.
All right. I know some things are in contract, aren't they?
Yeah. That's why Walking Dead isn't on Disney at the moment, because they're still contracted out to Amazon.
All right. Oh my God.
So when the contract ends with Amazon Prime, The Walking Dead will be going to Disney Plus.
Crazy having Walking Dead on Disney. That's why they've got the Stars branch now, isn't it? To put those slightly adult things on.
Yeah.
Okay, now I know that you've had sight of this model all the way since the prototype. So you spoke to Ben about some of the changes that have been on it, and I did read something about the where are we in the nacelle? The this section here, I believe, is meant to be solid colour and different changes.
The little orange EM field, it's called, sits just in between. It's supposed to be solid. It's not supposed to be lit up. Right. Some people brought this to Ben's attention, and he said, "Don't worry, it's going to be changed later on in the build."
Do you know any other changes that have come from the prototype to the new one?
Lots.
Oh God!
So Eagle Moss built the original prototype, which they showed off, and then it got redesigned. Now, when they redesigned it, they created another 3 prototypes. So there's 4 prototypes in total. So there's the original one that has the clear blue deflector dish, and then then Ben said they created another 3, one with different paint apps, one that didn't light up and one that did light up, and they've basically taken the best of the 3 of the latest ones and stuck them in the model that we're building.
Well, I said, have you built any of your model yet?
No, I'm doing all my videos tomorrow. So.
Okay. Well, a couple of things. There's some errors in some of the instructions that they. I think in pack 1 they mentioned using BM screws, but they don't provide BM screws. But in the text, it's saying use BP screws, so naturally it's BP. It's not going into metal anyway, so you naturally assume that they've just put the wrong thing there. In this one, these 3 screws here, just so you know, they're BP screws that go into there. One of them broke on me, the heads, so I had to get pliers to get it out. So that's one of the other issues I had with that. And other than that, the rest of the build seems absolutely brilliant. But, big but, at night, when it's dark, this is going to look blinding, I think. But during the day, I don't know if it's me, I don't know if anyone agrees with me, but it looks very toyish. And I don't know if it needs to be dulled down or the blue just... I know it's meant to be rich blue because it's an nacelle, it's going to glow, but when it's not on, I don't know. I don't know what you could do with that. It's that's my only worry with it.
I don't know whether they're going to put something in there to dull it down slightly. Maybe they will. I'm not too sure.
I mean, that's why I was
never
mentioning
know.
about that Aztec pattern, because that does make it for me, because, you know, most of the time it's not going to be lit up unless you've got a constant power supply, which I'm sure the modding community is already thinking about and thinking, well,
Oh, yeah.
3AA batteries going into a control board. Just so you know, the control board here, obviously, this definitely isn't the control board that's going to be used, because...
it's also worth mentioning that it will have obviously separate power units in the nacelles, then in the star drive, which is the bottom bit, and the saucer section. The reason is obviously because the saucer section separates.
Ah, right.
So I think that's why it needs. Yeah, that's why it needs all 4. And I think the nacelles are separate because they can click on and off.
No, I didn't.
The pylons.
On my videos, I didn't really go into it, but I take it we've got sound as well on it, yeah, or not?
I don't think we have. No, I think we've just got lights. As far as I'm aware, there's no sounds. I didn't see anything, and it's something I haven't actually mentioned to Ben. But looking at all the stuff, it doesn't look like it comes with sound.
Well, Ian, that's a good segue.
Yeah.
I believe you're working on something for sounds, Ian. So I wasn't aware of that, I have to say. I did think we were going to have some sort of
I have
sounds
actually seen them on the Facebook group. I've seen him doing some renders, 3D renders of the soundboard and stuff like that. It looks really good.
No, it does look really good. No, I mean, I like the idea that Lou Dalmasso had with his switches operating the sounds for his massive Enterprise E. And I was kind of thinking that we'd have the same thing here. But again, I don't know how we're going to display it, because that's another thing. Mrs. Wayne won't let me put it up in the telly. Every day I've badged this one.
Actually, yeah. Saying that, my wife has said that I can have it because we have our telly like in a corner, and behind the TV there's nothing. So my wife said you can have it behind there. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
Mrs. Wayne, listen to this conversation. The thing is, if it's not going on the thing, it's going to have to come with some sort of stand, I'm sure. But I haven't seen the stand.
It does. Yeah, it does come with a stand. In the US, they've got a different stand. They've got the standard stand that we have. It's a bit like a camera tripod stand.
Right, okay, yeah.
And in the US, they got the extra option of the base, which is the mirrored base that lights up and has all like the computer panels around it. That was going to be offered for customers here in the UK, but something happened. It will be offered to us here, but you'll be able to buy it on the shop and not as part of the subscription.
And I take it we're expecting deliveries now, if they do resort back to normal, to be, is it 4 weeks from today, I guess, then, when we get deliveries, or 4 weeks from their schedule?
Yeah, I would imagine that the payments and us getting them would now run as normal, but with COVID and everything else, it's, you know, it's anyone's guess, really.
Mrs. Wilder Wayne says, never, your wife is way nicer than Wayne's. And that was hers.
I mean, she allows me these. I mean, she's a big wrestling fan as well, so she has said I've broken her, because when we first started going out, she didn't like Star Trek, and now she's quite happy. She can't wait for the next Discovery episode to come on, or Card.
Well, Esther hasn't got a problem, because I watch it, and I mean, I have to put up with all her Poirot and murder mysteries and Death in Paradise and God knows whatever murder things she likes watching, so she can watch some of my Star Trek. So, when are you going to get your first video up?
Tomorrow.
Oh, that'd be cool. Once again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the Nexus YouTube channel link into chat. Hopefully it's still in my clipboard. Yeah, it is. There we go. So you'll be able to click on that and you'll be able to go over to Kevin's site. But thank you for joining me tonight, Kevin. I really appreciate that. It's an insight of what's going on. And I will try and answer the rest of these questions that we got here. That's no problems at all. And now I've figured out the problem with the sound, so I know what to do now, so it's all good. Take care of yourself, okay?
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Ah, that was cool. So I'm glad that actually finally works. We've got the we've got the sound figured. I have to have the sound different to what OBS is. The reason is that Kevin's voice is coming through the computer, sending it to my virtual audio, which is duplicating it and sending it back out to you guys, which is why you're hearing an echo. But there you go. But I hope you like that. It's someone else's take on the Enterprise, and Kevin is the person to know because he has got a good contact with Eagle Moss about some of the things that are coming and the changes and stuff like that. I don't know this sort of thing, so pure background noise. It's not background noise. You love a bit of Star Trek. I would like the idea. I mean, I really thought that the Enterprise was going to be sound. I thought it had sound. And you know what? When I did the... I'm just checking here. When I did the video, I didn't actually look at this page very much. But it's illuminated windows, light up engines, illuminated deflector, display mounts. So yeah, I can see the mount. But the display mount's only held on one pivot there, look. And it is a ginormous ship. Absolutely ginormous. But yeah, there's no sound. Interesting. I guarantee the modding community is going to go mad. It needs sound. You've got to have some sort of sound. There's so many high quality, high rendered MP3 sound effects online on the internet. You could do that to program a sound thing. I do like the old sources section separating, but as Kevin said, they are going to need to be powered different, because obviously when that's off, it's not going to power itself. But I am worried that, as I mentioned to Kevin, that each individual plate, if that's just one plate and you've got two LEDs lighting each side to one thing, and that's, say, God, what would you say that is? 1/24th of the ship? You're going to have 24 of these wires just in one circle, and then the next circle in, you're going to have another 24. It's just going to be so many wires. I don't know how to... I don't know how to react to that. Oh, that's going to be crazy. But it's been a good build. You watch Star Trek and Doctor Who ever since you was a small boy. Andrew, it's like James Bond for me, Doctor Who. I never really got into it. But saying that, I did get into it around about the Tom Baker, Peter Davison sort of time. So those are my two Doctors, just like Roger Moore is my Bond. But... you know, I know Phil loves Doctor Who. Obviously, he's got the history of Doctor Who as well. But that was who I was brought up with. And then I sort of phased out. But then my kids started liking it. And I think my daughter really got into it. She loved Matt Smith and David Tennant. And she got into it from that. And then sort of like lost interest with Capaldi and Whittaker. But, you know, it's something that I wish I could have got into, Doctor Who. But, I mean, I was watching things like Blake Seven back in the day. You know, that was my sort of thing. And Buck Rogers and Star Trek. Yeah, see, look, Craig's saying that the warp drive powering up's a must. The phasers a must. Teleporters, definitely. There's so many sounds that needs to be happening. Even the captain saying, gee, Earl Grey, hot. Those wires, it just reminds me, Kevin, of the doing the ET spaceship. The amount of wires in there just to make that ring light circuit. Oh, God. Yeah, I think you're going to need to get back on that soundboard here. There's definitely going to be a call for it. Not every panel has lights. Stand by. The problem with that, Bergdis, is that it has to. They have to have lights. Look at that picture there. Each panel, look, there's lights going all the way around, and each light is on its own individual reflector. That means each individual panel is lit. See? Then you've got the lights in here, unless that is going to be one whole light inside that section there. But I kind of wish that they would have done I know they haven't been able to for the pandemic and stuff, but if there's a Comic-Con, I think, going on this year, Eagle Moss, get yourself to London Film and Comic-Con and show this off so we can have a look at it. That'd be brilliant. I will happily come and support you on your stand. And you could put the Ecto one there, you could put the Enterprise there. God, the DeLorean there, can you imagine that? I'm telling you, Eagle Moss marketing department, this is free advice for you. 100 parts, 80 of them are Windows. Svi, I put in oh, I'm choking. There was more than that in just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 18, 27, 36, 4, 5, 5. There was just that in that little bit there. It's good to see there's some Star Trek fans in here. You know what else I loved? And I really wish they'd bring it back in some sort of way. Quantum Leap. I loved Quantum Leap. Maybe the wires are daisy chained together in a ring attaching to the centre board. They might be. It's still going to be wires connecting to wires though. We're still looking at each panel having wires coming off of it. Next Generation will always be your favourite TV series. You saw it on TV and watch it every year since, but can't afford this new build, but it does look amazing. I do like Next Generation. I've got a soft spot for that. I did like, in the original series, the one called Operation Annihilate, was that it? With the pancakes that are landing on their backs. And Spock goes blind, but then he realises he's got 2 eyelids and he forgot to open one. I don't know if you remember that. That was kind of like my favourite original series episode. Might be easy the one you finished. That's got optic fibre in it. I have problems working with optic fibre. As a matter of fact, I was going to ask you peeps something last Tuesday. You got optic fibre, yeah? What's the optic fibre that's used in the X-Wing? It's like optic fibre, but it's really bendy. And the Bismarck that you get to tie a knot in. What is that? If I wanted to buy that, what would I look for? Because that stuff's brilliant. But I can't... Someone asked me what the name of it was, and I didn't have a clue. Didn't have a clue. Yeah, you see, you're like me, MK. I'm the same. I just can't. I like Deep Space Nine. I just can't get into Discovery. Saying that, I did like the original Star Trek from Abrams with Chris Pine. The less said about the others, the better. Oh look, Graham Loki's just mirrored me. I think it's our age, Graham, because that's what we were brought up with, surely. It needs a rewire, that's for sure. And then added audio. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Got 2.5 years to sort it out. Terrorhawks is on Prime. No way. Got to have Zelda. Ah, you got to love a bit of Terrorhawks. Oh. All we need then is some Mysterious Cities of Gold, some Ulysses 31, some Dogtanian and the Muskhounds. And probably Around the World with Willy Fogg. Then I'll be made. Sapphire and Steel. Wow, that is a thing. Oh yeah, Kevin's got a point. Remember, that's just one section of it. We've got the bottom section as well. Oh, wow. A Sovereign class ship, like the D, is way bigger than a Constellation class in the original series. They all are, in comparison. But that was the problem with Enterprise, because if Enterprise was before the original series, all the technology is a lot better. And I know it's because, you know, times have changed, you got CGI and stuff, but that's why they shouldn't have touched it with a barge pole, as far as I'm concerned. Look, Russell, you've got everyone talking about how sexy Zelda is now. Oh yeah, talking about that. Look, the original Alien was cool as well, wasn't it? Where did you get the Ghostbusters bag for the car? That was from Partwork Upgrades. Right there. And there's your little plug for that. I am going to be moving this around when I do these lights. I'm thinking about putting the Ecto 1 back down here, but moving the shelves around. I'm not quite sure yet. But then again, my OCD is saying that's quite symmetrical. So it's going to be a fun day tomorrow. See, I haven't got to make a video tomorrow because I've already done tomorrow's video. It's already on the channel. That's the pack 2 of the Enterprise. So about 2,000 windows roughly. Oh my God. It's not easy, Keith. Putting those little tiny plastic things in, and remember, you don't glue them in. They just sit gently in the top, and you have to sort of hold them like this. Then you get the reflector and put the reflector on. It's the reflector that holds everything into place. So yeah, it's not fun. There's going to be a lot of people screaming. I really do hope they've sent spares for it, because I can see loads of these ending up on people's carpets. They are rebooting Quantum Leap with... What? Oh my God. What next gen movie? First Contact. Easily First Contact. I do have a soft spot for Nemesis. And that's only because me and Russell, who you just saw in chat there, went to Vegas, went to the Star Trek bar when it was at the Hilton, went into Quark's bar, had some walk court breaches, got drunk and watched Nemesis, and the rest is a blur. But we must have had a good time watching it, because we went back and did it again and again and again. Oh, those warp core breaches. Perhaps that's why I'm getting migraines. Perhaps that's how they affected me. Yeah, First Contact's definitely my favourite. I wasn't too hot on Generations. I couldn't really understand what the hell was going on there. Deep Space Nine. See, I'm having a rewatch of Deep Space Nine. The first series, it takes some time to get going, and I know they brought Worf in to start to increase the ratings. But when the Dominion come in, and yeah, it's I do like Deep Space. But again, if it wasn't for Russell, I wouldn't have known anything about Deep Space Nine. I would have been stuck in the pillar of Next Generation. They tried an Enterprise. Did they? Who did that? Is that Eagle Moss, Colin? Battlestar Galactica. You see, Russell, you told me to get into that, and I think I watched the first series, and that was cool. I never did watch the rest of them. See, I get put off when I find out a series has been cancelled. I don't know what it is inside. It must be the OCD again, and being the completionist. That I lose kind of interest in watching it. I like the thought that this could go on forever. I know it wouldn't, but I don't know. But I know you're a big fan of that, wasn't you? When we worked in Blockbusters, obviously we went through a stage of you can't always keep videos on the shelf because new videos come in, and if you kept everything on the shelf, it would be like Hoarder's Paradise in a Blockbuster store. So you used to like get rid of videos to make them ex-rental, as what we called them, previously viewed tapes, and sell them on. And if they didn't have sleeves on them, you could sell them for next to nothing. And I think Russell bought up every single Star Trek ever. I remember in your bedroom you just had a walls of all these Star Trek episodes. It was great. Wow, one of your first models was the Polar Lights Enterprise. I mean, I'm still in awe at Luke Dalmasso's Enterprise E. You know, if that was on General Sal, it would be definitely something I'd love to challenge. I'd like to try. But it's very hard to get hold of that. Lou was saying. You just got into Colin Baker. I don't think I've ever watched any Colin Baker or who was the guy who played Radagast in Lord of the Rings? Sylvester McCoy. I've met Sylvester McCoy, funny enough, at London Film and Comic Con. And Charlotte had met John Hurt before he died. I'm trying to think who else she met. Paul Jordan needs some advice. Had one of the wires from the right of my T800 has snapped away from the tiny plug to put in the battery pack and tiny board where you plug it in. The wire has snapped away. Tiny female. Oh my God. How's that happened now? We haven't even touched the head. You're going to need to solder something then, Paul. I'd solder a long wire off of it. Don't try and work in a tight space. That's all I can suggest. And then when it comes to wherever it's going into, then obviously cut that wire and just join them that way. But if it's going in, we haven't got a control board yet. Either, have we? We've got no PCB board for the Terminator yet. I'm not up to issue 102, just so you know. So, I don't know. Trek ended for you. After Terra Prime. Everything after that ranges from boring to cringing in horror. Well, Brad, I'm telling you, that cause and effect. I think that was season 6, wasn't it? I don't think it was season 7. That's definitely one of my favourites, with the Enterprise blowing up again and again and again. This repeat after me. I do not need another build. I do not need more gold doll's house bits. I do not need more wallpaper for my doll's house. Wayne, what happened to Vincent? Vincent's out in the workshop at the moment, John. I haven't been out there because it's been so damn cold. So, I mean, all I'm doing at the moment is keeping it warm enough so things don't get damaged in there. But, I mean, it's like 0 degrees again tonight. But I will be back out there. I've got so many things to paint. I've got the Vincent to paint. I've got Partworks Upgrade Slimer to paint. And I have got the paint for that now, Ian. You'd be happy to know. The Illuminous green paint. And I've also got the Back to the Future figurines, which are primed, all ready to paint. But Graham Loki's doing an absolutely fabulous job from what I've seen, doing the Back to the Future thing. Sorry, I just saw the word Dogtanian in chat and you just got my attention. It's on YouTube? My God, I love Dogtanian. And Around the World with Willy Fogg. All of those theme tunes I could be humming all day in my head. I don't remember Holmes and Yo-Yo. And don't forget the Captain's Yacht. I don't know what additions are going to be, Andrew. Is that coming with it? I don't know. Yes, a model bow. I am hoping to build the German tank Leopard from Agora. I think we've got the Zero Fighter coming soon. And I think Agora Models recently on social media posted Pack 2, some pictures of what it looks like doing the actual propeller section. It looks really good, but God, it looks difficult. We'll have to see how that goes. There you go, look, get 64 strand fibre cable. I've never even heard of that, but I've wrote that down, James, the fibre optic store. I used to use EL Wirecraft, but that's more EL wire rather than fibre optics. But I wish I knew about that when I was doing the DeLorean. Ah, right. Hi, Wayne. Just to let you know, the transparent flexi filament for free. Ah, I didn't know that, Alan. Thank you for that. I'll see you. Your birthday's on the 24th of March. We've got 3 people in my family, but happy birthday for the 24th of March if we're not on there yet. It has to say Wayne Warp Speed engage. Yeah, see, I couldn't decide what to say in that. I'm either saying make it so, or engage, or I don't know, tea, Earl Grey, hot. It's you love your Deep Space Nine, don't you? It's handy to be English for Star Trek because obviously Picard's got that deep English posh voice, but very authoritative. A little bit like my friend Russell here. He talks like this. But it doesn't matter. It says, like, Russell, you'd say things like, we should go to the pub and get drunk. Blinding drunk. Russell does a great impression of Lord Melchett from Blackadder. Oh, I miss you, brother. I've got to get down and see you soon. Definitely got to go down and see you. He did get back home. The last episode was really sad because he meets like a godlike bartender and he says, I want to go home. And the bartender's trying to convince him, no, this is what you want to do. But it was really sad. Oh my God, it's almost 9 o'clock now. I'm just going to try and get through the rest of the comments now. I hope you've enjoyed tonight. I've perked up. I think the coffee's helped. But I can't cough. If I cough, I get that shot of pain through my head at the moment. Hello, Corgi Mations. How's it going? Missed half this stream. Big bad donkey walloper. That's what I'm going to call you from now on. As her who must be a bedtime to ring. You'll have to watch it on demand. I'm going to catch up with you on Tuesday, Big Bang Donkey. Can I abbreviate that to like BBDW or something? I don't know. Or Big Bad. Hey, Big Bad. That sounds better. Could you get Charlotte onto live stream to give you some Spock ears? I could probably do that, Daniel. Is that something people want to see? She can't just do the ears though. She'd have to do my eyebrows as well. Have them going up here. I think I'd make a damn good Vulcan, I'll tell you. Take care, Gerald. See you later. We're all going to be going in a second. I'm just wrapping up now. Don't forget the DC free parts. I'm going to be doing that this weekend. I've still got to do these seats. Mrs. Wayne did buy me some leather, but I'm not going to be able to use it. No, she bought me this, and short of trying to melt it on there, I can't use it. It's far too small. So it is going to have to be a paint job. But it was nice of her to try, which was cool. But we'll get there on that. Phone's dying, brother. Great stuff. Live long and prosper. Live long and prosper to you. Look, Mrs. Wayne can't do that. She can't do that. Oh, bless. Well, look, this has been a Star Trek night tonight, and make no mistake. And that's because, obviously, the launch of the Eagle Moss, we're finally getting it. God knows when the next delivery is going to be. But as I said, if you're on Patreon, go over to Patreon now, and you can watch the Pack 2 that I've put live for the Patreon people that can watch it now. And then tomorrow in the morning, you'll all be able to watch the Pack 2, which goes on for about half an hour, and you can see everything here and how we put that together. I do like it, but I'm going to have a break tomorrow. And by break, I mean that I'm going to be trying to sort these lights out and figuring these shelves out to give some sort of order there. Trust me, the ET spaceship's staying there though, because that is my pride and joy. But thank you for joining me all tonight. I think I'm going to have an early night now. Anyway, listen, take care of yourselves. See you later.